Engage.
Engage.
Your laptop.
Engaged.
Engage. Let's get this program rolling.
Let's get this party rolling. It's a magic bullet time.
No? Okay. Here we go. Okay. Coming up on Roundabout, a woman in Miami beats another driver to an available gas pump with disastrous consequences. A Chinese daredevil nails a stunt worthy of an aerial aerobatic team, and we take a very special look at some classic car videos in our Roundabout RearView segment. Stay tuned for all this hilarity and a whole lot more. Roundabout is sponsored by Advance Auto Parts. Visit our website, roundaboutshow.com, to get up to $30 off your next purchase, and by everyone's favorite online store, Amazon.com. And Joel, you may take it away in the intros portion.
Coming at you from sunny Seattle, Washington, I'm Joel Ratz of Test Drive Hope, testdrivejunkie.com.
From the Wheelspin Studios in Annapolis, Maryland, I'm Christian Conover.
Keeping things in line and on time, I'm your host, Craig Cole.
And I'm producer Colonel Capote.
And this is Roundabout.
Unfortunately.
Welcome to Roundabout episode 122, our weekly chat covering car culture, vehicle reviews, and some of the auto news you may have missed.
25.50 going for 50 go. Sold to the man in the corner. Ben Sanders selling off the show. We did last week because we weren't on, but we are back, episode 122.
We're back, baby.
Wow, that's pretty good.
We've decided we're a morning zoo this week for our fans.
Somebody get a cowbell.
AM2
We're gonna make some
in the
prank
Philippines. It's currently 6:52 in the AM over in the Philippines. Whoa.
That's across the Pacific Ocean, Ben.
That's right.
Pacific Ocean.
It's a very specific ocean.
Yeah, so we...
Oh! Looks like we've got Christian.
What that means. We've got Christian Conover.
Baby.
Christian Conover.
Conover.
Our
That's the one
Flying
I'm
Dutchman.
Okay. I can never keep up with what parts of my name we're going to emphasize and what parts we're going to just totally destroy.
Well, we like to keep you on your toes.
Well, we certainly do.
At a time, so I can at least be on the same wavelength on that.
But we're glad you could join us again, Christian, from the studios. You guys have upgraded.
We've always had studios. That's always how we've
Studios
introduced ourselves.
plural?
That's how we've always said it.
Really?
Go back and look through the notes. It's always
choose
been
not to.
Okay. Or you can just
Okay.
word. Either one.
Well, you've got
I'd
some...
recommend looking through notes, though.
Oh, go ahead. What was that?
I was saying you could take me at my word, but I'd recommend looking through notes.
Okay. Well, we'll agree to disagree. But you've got some exciting, or, well, not really exciting, some news to announce about the Roundtable show that you are
Yes,
responsible
there's
for.
news.
Yes. What's going on with the show? What happened?
Well, for people who subscribe to the show, all four of you.
So we have a lot of overlap with the Roundabout audience, you're saying.
We are on a hiatus at the moment. We've taken a season break, if you will, to restructure the show and change some things and make the formatting a little bit more exciting and keep things fresh. So we're off the air for the time being, but we will be coming back soon at an as yet undetermined time, but that will be announced soon.
Okay.
So stay tuned for that.
You're pulling a Mad Men, is what you're saying, taking a season off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what sort of structural changes are you making? Just getting it punchier, or what? You have some new segments planned?
Part of the reason we decided to do this is because in the past couple of months, things kind of settled to a point where we basically just recapped news that had already happened and do a whole lot of extra stuff. And Josh and I both felt that the show needed something more. We needed to have different segments and some guests and some other special features, and we just hadn't gotten to that point. And so we decided the best way to approach that was to take a break and kind of
regroup,
fresh slate, and just make it a lot more exciting and do some things ahead of time that we would have ready to go, and make it just a generally more well produced and exciting program. I'm sorry.
Program. That's right. That's for program.
Duh.
Well, we look forward to the relaunch and keep us in the loop when the Roundtable comes back.
I will indeed.
Very well. And, of course, we have a Roundabout first-timer joining us tonight.
Hey, yo!
Hey, yo, Joel Ratz
Hello, everybody.
of Test Drive Vagrant.
You got that wrong again.
Oh, did I?
It's Test Drive Addict.
Oh, of course. How could I get it wrong?
Not attic.
Oh,
Addict.
okay.
Actually, not that either.
Anyway, it's formerly Baja Busta.
And the website is truly
TestDriveJunkie.com.
Okay.
Exactly.
Where you have amassed a huge, massive, engorged collection of all kinds of automobilia, if you will.
Indeed.
Joel,
Oh, yeah.
Gasp.
Joel, you were famous across the YouTubes for all of this quality content you had that people couldn't get anywhere else.
Famous, I tell you.
No, nowhere else. I'm internet famous, kind of, sort of.
You're an internet celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a thing?
Interlebrity. Well, I'm coining it right now.
Okay. You
So-
heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
You heard it here first. Yes, exactly. Internet celebrity. So, Joel, where did you get this collection of stuff? You can't just go down to
Well-
the Salvation Army and buy a box of Cadillac laser discs.
Because we're talking about when we say stuff, we're talking about
Holy Mackie! I mean,
Holy Mackie is say
yeah.
like old I don't know what we like training videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're all kind of up there, you just kind of acquire them through those, what you call internet auctions. Yes.
Gotcha. And they used to master these things to Laserdisc?
Oh, yes.
Mm.
Lots of laser discs here.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
It's about the only thing that ever got mastered on Laserdisc.
The quality is quite poor, actually, once you convert them, but it is quite humorous to watch. But my main stuff that I have is the old Motor Week tests, and I've been recording those since I was a kid,
Wow.
and just kept recording them, even though my parents hated the collection sitting in the cupboard or the cabinet or whatever it was.
I think
Get rid of
PBS
those.
hates the collection sitting on the cabinet, too.
Yeah, perhaps.
You recorded those on wax cylinder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just VHS.
Okay. Well, great.
Yeah.
We've got. We're going to get to a few of those classics after the break today.
Are we going to do a roundabout rear view, Craig?
We may just take a
Oh, my
misty-eyed
Lord.
look at things from the past. And Christian, it's one of your favorite segments, I know. So we saved this for when you were on again.
Craig,
I just love the theme song so much.
Craig, when I go a motoring in my old jalopy,
Yes.
you know what? I'm not even going to go there.
Okay.
It's not
Bring-
time yet.
So emotional.
Okay.
Hold your horses.
Well, in the meantime, maybe we should get to a little bit of news. And Joel, if you're ready,
Oh.
why don't you start things off?
Okay, well, having recently purchased a, albeit hand-powered slot car track for my 4-year-old nephew, which includes loop-the-loops, try as we both might, we are simply not able to make those cars go do the trick.
Bullshit.
Luckily for Li Yateo of China, he did not have such challenges, and he set a new Guinness World Record circling the largest loop-the-loop in a Youngman Lotus L5 around a circle of over 42 feet in diameter. Safety precautions were, of course, taken.
Whoa, in
including-
China?
Absolutely, including
I said Roundabout
fitting
has
the
a-
car
has a-
with,
Roundabout has a long track record of breaking open these stories of improper safety in China.
I know.
We do. Sorry, but Joel.
No, that's fine. They put a roll bar in it, a roll cage rather, and they even removed the bumpers, which probably wouldn't have done any good anyway because it's Chinese bumpers. But
They're made of lead.
yeah, well, they removed the bumpers so that it could make the approach and departure angle, if you will. And yeah, so. Are loop-de-loops awesome? I think so, validated by the fact that every time I go to assemble said track with my nephew, he insists on building it with the vertical circles, knowing all well we will never get it to work.
But sometimes it's trying that matters, right?
Yeah.
It's the thought that counts, Joel. You ever heard that
Right.
phrase?
Craig was never going to get an engineering degree, but he tried anyway. And failed. So very interesting.
Did they actually do this in the bird's nest?
The bird's nest.
Isn't that what they call it in China, where they had the Olympics?
Oh. Olympic.
Oh, we're not allowed to say that.
No.
Does the Lotus L5 look like a Buick Regal to anybody else? It looked like a Buick Regal to me.
Oh, it does.
Oh, the Regal. Yes. Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Well, you know, Buicks are nice cars, but Cadillacs fall a little higher in GM's scale. Christian.
Yes, they do. And I'll tell you what. Apparently, Cadillac has been thinking the future of motoring is a cross between cars from iRobot and a Honda solar panel car. Do you remember that thing, the crazy long thing with all the solar panels out back? Well, apparently in 2009, the automaker, Cadillac, showed off their futuristic concept that's powered by, wait for it, laser-heated steam.
Super cool.
I
I'm
know.
actually super hot.
The vehicle uses a laser to heat a block of thorium, whatever that is, which flash heats water into steam. It's kind of like driving the smallest, craziest, cool-looking aircraft carrier on Earth, and I want one.
It is. We did a story on thorium when we had one of the halls on the program. Maybe both of them. I remember because they got into a big debate over the safety issues involved.
Because it is radioactive, I'm afraid.
So basically, something if
All
I
things
remember,
it is one of the coolest looking concepts in a long time.
it is
pretty-
freaking sweet.
It is.
Although it does kind of look like there's a sailboat hull under the
You
cockpit there.
Well,
I
they
don't
had
think
to
I've
break
ever
the
remember
keel
seeing
off.
that.
Yep.
Now, does anyone on the panel know what auto show this was shown at?
Yes, the Chicago one.
Get out.
I will not, sir.
That's my house.
2009?
Indeed, that was
That's-
the year.
That's time ago. So this isn't some spring
Three
chicken.
times.
No, it's a little old, but still worth sharing.
It's
'Cause it's
awesome,
that
though.
cool. Yeah, I agree.
I don't know how. I really do not remember seeing this, and I don't know how we missed it. 2009 is
I
really
don't
not
either.
that
I
long
drive
ago.
a Cadillac.
I mean, come on, a nuclear-powered Cadillac.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow,
I thought it was reserved for strictly aircraft carriers.
not bad.
Well, I do, but apparently it's also reserved for Cadillac.
Well, Cadillacs are luxury items, and we know how the Amish feel and Mennonites feel about that, don't we, Ben? You grew up in one of their compounds.
Did I?
I think so.
Sure, why not?
You broke out with
And
what
lived
was
to
that
tell the
guy in
tale.
Utah?
Keep going, Craig.
His name, the polygamists,
Who lives in Utah?
the Warren Jeffs.
Oh, the
That
FLDS guy.
Yes, you were part of that group, weren't you?
Sure.
Anyway,
I
many
was,
wives do you
Josh.
have?
It's true.
well, some Amish folks are up in arms if they're allowed to gesticulate like that, of course, over a law that requires them to have those orange safety triangles on the backs of their carriages. 9 men were ticketed for driving, or is it riding? Well, whatever, we'll just call it buggying. They've been ticketed for buggying without these reflective placards. Now, the Detroit Free Press reports they're taking their case all the way to the Kentucky Supreme Court, and they've even appealed to the ACLU for this issue, on the grounds, of course, that it is a freedom of religion issue. Issue. So, what's the big deal? Well, first of all, they object to the color. All right, claiming it's just too bright. But they also, and here's the kicker, they also have a beef with the shape. Yes, the shape. Triangles are apparently verboten for the Amish folk. They seem to think the 3-sided reflectors represent the Holy Trinity. And here, for nearly 28 years, I've thought the cross was a symbol of Christianity. Unbelievable. You know, these...
How could you be so mistaken, Greg?
I don't know, Christian. I don't know.
Everyone the world over knows that the cross is not at all Christianity. It's definitely a triangle.
It's an orange reflective triangle.
Right.
Exactly.
With the tips cut off.
Yes. So it's more of it's a hexagon technically. It's got 6 sides, right?
It's hedonistic.
Call
That's
it
all
a
I can
rhombus.
say.
But anyway,
So
go on.
the issue, seriously, why don't they just? Here's what they should do. They should take the little flashing F1 taillight and just put it on the back of them. That'll be much less bright and
There would be an
gaudy.
issue there.
No, not at all.
And that's a square, so no, it doesn't represent the Holy
It's
Trinity.
too close to the cross. It
I
needs to be an
suppose.
oval or a rhombus.
4 points on it, you know.
Yes. So, yeah, this is ridiculous. A buggy that goes like 12 miles an hour and drives on the roads that cars can use. And it's a huge safety concern. Do they have these folks out in Seattle, Joel? And do they have your dander up?
Amish people?
Yes, near Redmond or something.
Yeah, I've never seen one. It.
I wonder if in Amish country do they give the police like boogies to be able to pull these people over? Because otherwise, I mean,
Not
be a problem.
boogies.
Like the crews are slow enough to pull them over.
Well, they have constables, don't they? I don't know.
Oh, is that what it is?
I have no idea. But I
They
think
have
it's
ponies.
this is a safety issue. If they're riding a black carriage at night, something reflective on the back might help, wouldn't it?
It's all right. God will protect them.
He always does. Speaking of questionable taste and styling, Joel, Nissan GTR looks like it has been butchered.
Yeah, well, obviously seeing a Nissan GTR in the wild typically can be a sweet event. On the other hand, spotting one dressed up like a hypercolor sweatshirt from the 80s can make you quite sad.
Quite sad.
Quite sad. Also imitating a 1996 Volkswagen Harlequin Golf Edition.
Yes.
A Chinese driver not only spent a fortune on the car itself, which is roughly $245,000 US dollars, but also spent not so pretty penny or a yuan to have it wrapped in matte pastel green, blue, and pink hues.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Joel, I believe that's lavender.
Oh, well, perhaps I'm colorblind.
Well, join the party.
Don't look at me.
Considering the popularity of many things 80s and their resurgence, perhaps the owner knows something that we do not. If this is the way things are going, I'm sure this will make you blue.
Somebody needs to find a way to put hammer pants on a GTR.
Too legit to quit, son.
Yeah, this is horrendous. All that money and they can't buy taste. Green, blue, and pink.
Taste.
Oh man,
Christian is just depressed about
mean,
this.
it's just
whole
sad.
Well, yeah, I know the GTR is stylistically designed to do what it's supposed to. I just don't find it attractive anyway. So I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that, but
I don't know. I mean, it's not the
Purpose-built,
most
obviously.
attractive car, but it's not ugly.
no.
It's kind of ugly.
I beg to differ.
What it does is pretty impressive, but it ain't pretty. I don't think myself.
It's not pretty. It's not like you don't look at it
It's
like like,
it's purpose built, for
right.
the-
Like you look at a Ferrari 458 and you think that's a car with some style. But this is not a car that's very stylish. It looks good and it looks like exactly what it's supposed to do, but it's not stylish.
It's
some might
fun.
call it unique.
But nothing on Earth could look good with the colors on this thing.
Yeah.
You guys remember
unless
remember the Harlequin Golf? Do you guys remember that?
Oh yeah, multicolored awfulness.
Yeah,
I mean, a DB9 would not look good with this color scheme.
correct.
Yeah. Well, it might look good under certain circumstances, Christian.
No.
Soldiers.
Inhaling.
I don't know. I don't even think this would help. Apparently, meanwhile, in Stonersville, a woman in Denver is claiming that she needs to smoke marijuana before driving. Her stipulation is that she needs to hit the bong to calm her tremors before getting behind the wheel and avoid twitching her car off the road or into another car. She says she doesn't smoke while driving, just before driving.
Oh, okay.
In other news, this woman is still a better driver than most sober drivers in America.
I wouldn't doubt it. Should she be driving anyway if she needs to calm her tremors or whatever she has?
Well, come on now, Craig. The logic is, that's not things that it's not involved in the DMV's thought process. Logic is not part of it.
Like I always say, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, and she's going for the problem, not the source,
I think she's got the pound already taken care of.
About ounces anyway.
16 ounces, yes.
Well,
Does she puff then pass?
oh,
Oh.
you win.
That might be a
You
good
win.
episode title, Ben. You might want to jot that down. Oh.
Now, a lot of people have this tremor issue. What does Alvinacor do to
I don't
take
know.
care of
What
his
does he do?
tremors?
Son of a bitch.
Hey,
It's like he's
That's
right
what he
here,
does.
Ben.
I know it is.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's what he just says that, and his
did.
tremors go away.
Yes. Or he
I think
says,
everyone else's tremors would start if he said that to them.
That'd be tremblins.
Tremblins.
Tremblers. Anyway.
Yeah, but I think you're right, Craig. I mean, what how does she still have a driver's license if she's prone to tremors? That seems...
Unless it's withdrawal. She needs to calm her nerves before she gets in the car, but...
I think
Tremors was a great
the answer
movie.
is not more drugs. I think the answer is rehab.
Rehab's not really a solution to anything because it doesn't work.
Oh, I see. Based on your experience in rehab?
Yes. No,
Craig said
based
no,
on
no, no.
celebrities.
Celebrity rehab.
I've
That's
seen all of them.
Or internet celebrities even?
Intercelebrities. I mean, yeah. Like, Joel, when you were in rehab last, did it work before you went
Well-
back again?
Before I went back again, obviously no. So
Oh.
Oh, we're all sad for Joel now. Thanks, Craig.
Is he
it's,
going...
it's the Seattle Gray. It does it,
Yeah, I know.
You know what apparently would work well for that is getting a GTR that's brightly colored to break the gray.
Perhaps. Yeah.
Perhaps.
We doing this story again?
Yeah, we're circling back.
Oh, cool.
Doing a whip around.
Grab a no shit handle because we're about to make a hard U-turn here and just
Yeah.
throw everyone around.
We're throwing the
Mark
tiller
that.
to starboard and we're going in. Anyway,
it.
the
As she
hectic
said.
pace... Ben, that's enough. The hectic pace of modern life takes its toll. Traffic, kids, appointments, they all ratchet up the stress, which can push some people right over the edge. Like a hover round at the Grand Canyon, for instance. And one impatient motorist caused quite a ruckus at a Miami gas station earlier in the week. In an effort to beat another driver to an open pump, Gilda Ramos plowed her Jeep Compass right into the fuel dispensary. It's like something out of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. The pump instantly burst into flames, and bystanders fled like they were dressed in flank steak and being chased by a grizzly. Best of all, a hidden surveillance camera, captured the whole scene for us to enjoy. She just
I'm sorry,
plows-
you lost me when you said Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I was imagining Shake just blowing up pumps while Meatloaf was running away. That's
Meat wad, actually.
whatever. Whatever. Well, he's a meatloaf after he gets done with the fires.
Yes,
I
yes.
would do anything.
But I won't be on Roab. Wow, she knocks that thing right over.
She knocks the bleep out of
Oh
that.
my goodness.
She's not there
Oh,
to
that
make
must
friends,
be
Goodness
man.
me.
So,
Wait,
but-
I can't see the video on the audio show. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right.
well, she just plows right into that sucker like it's going out of style. And
Let's
kaboom.
we'll reenact it in audio.
Oh,
Well, here I go. Just driving down the road.
Trying to get some gas.
Hey, I can't see that.
I'll call you back.
Doon, your oxen have died. So, anyway, yeah,
Gas
she,
pump got knocked up over.
basically she did an interview with the local TV news station after the incident, and she claims there was a yellow Hummer H2 that was waiting patiently in line to go to that pump once it was free, and she claims she didn't see a bright yellow Hummer H2, and as she went to pull into the to get to the pump, the guy in the truck honked at her, which caused a drastic pedal misapplication, hence her plowing into the fillery.
Are you sure she wasn't from
Plowed right into that fillery, Ben.
Are you sure she wasn't from Denver, Craig?
I don't know.
Maybe
Did-
she had
Did
tremors.
she have tremors?
Maybe
Por qué?
Oh man.
Yeah, so she knocked the shit out of that pump, Ben.
She certainly
I gotta
did,
say,
Mark Ben.
She doesn't look like she was going fast enough to cause that much damage.
It's a Compass. It's a Jeep. It's trail rated, Christian. Are you forgetting?
Yeah, but I don't know. She seemed like she was just like coasting into it.
I don't know. It
it's a
happened.
CVT.
It's a CVT, continuously vexing. So that is the fiery conclusion of the news portion of this week's show. We do hope y'all enjoyed it.
I get it because there was fire.
Christian, you are so fast.
I'm on the ball.
Do you eat soup with a
least-
fork?
It's more better that way.
Yes, it is. It aerates it. So coming up after the break, we got to thank our good friends at Amazon, but we will have a blind spot story of the week, plus a tip of the week, and a special video vignette I promised you at the beginning of the show. So stick around for that with more Christian Conover from the Wheelspin Network
Yes.
and Joel Ratz of Test Drive Junkie. See, I got it right that time, Joel.
Oh, rats. Sorry, just had to do it once, and then I'm done.
Anyway, we got to thank our friends at Advance Auto Parts for saving us a whole lot of money.
These guys are ready in advance.
You got an air guitar. Ben.
No.
Anyway, go to our website, roundaboutshow.com. There is a very exclusive, special, unique offer that's only available to Roundabout listeners, okay?
Whoa.
If you go there now, you'll see on the right-hand sidebar of the page, little ad for Advance. You click on that link, it takes you to their online storefront. You do your shopping as you normally would, and when you go to checkout, this is important, when you go to checkout, you enter the promo code listed on our website, roundaboutshow.com, and you will save some huge
Coin.
cash.
Oh,
Yes.
I call it coin.
Clams, moolah, dinero.
Yuan.
Enough dough you could bake a few loaves of bread. Anyway, very exclusive offer for Roundabout listeners. You spend $30 with Advance, you can take $10 right off that order. If you hit 50, yes, Christian, you hit 50, $20 right off the top.
What?
I know, it's hard to believe. If you pass the century mark, if you spend $100 with Advance, you will save $30.
That's like 35%.
I believe it is.
35.
Pretty close. Anyway, so yeah, again, that is 10 off 30, 20 off 50, or 30 off 100. And it's very important, again, to get those savings, you first have to go to roundaboutshow.com and follow the ad on the right-hand sidebar of the page. But
Wait, I'm sorry. Greg, what was that web address again?
It was roundaboutshow.com, and the little advertisement you have to follow was on the right-hand sidebar of the page. Your right, my right. You click on that, takes you to their online storefront. You do your shopping, and they've got anything. Parts. Chris, you've got a 330i. They've
That's
got parts
correct.
for it. Or CI, whatever it is.
For my car?
They've got parts for your car. A German thoroughbred. Got parts for it. You need an alternator. You need wheel bearing.
Video.
You need brake pads. Advance is ready in. Ben?
Ready in advance. Unlike this sound drop.
Which he just made up on the fly. So, yes, again, 10 off 30, 20 off 50, 30 off 100. And if you spend $75 with Advance, you get free shipping. They'll deliver
Yes!
Yes, I know. They will deliver these parts right to your door, absolutely free of charge. It's something I've taken great advantage of, and many of our listeners have as well, and it is a great way to save money.
Deep discounts and free shipping?
Yeah, I know. And when you're driving a German thoroughbred, you spend a lot on parts.
I'll tell you what. I mean, this could save me a lot of money.
It could, and it will. So take advantage of it. And we thank Advance
Tell
Auto
you
Parts
what.
for their support.
Tell you what.
Tell
you
what. I don't know what Hank Hill
Little
says.
damn video games.
Rich does a good Hank Hill.
Mr. Stewart.
Yes, real Mr. Stewart. Anyway, thank you, Advance, for your support, and we will keep you in our hearts and prayers. I don't know how that makes sense.
I guess
but
that was a moment of
America.
silence.
yeah, for all the money we saved.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
Keep you in our wallets.
Wonder if that lady can get a new compass parts for her Jeep.
Absolutely.
I bet she could.
As long as there's not a core on that bumper cover, core charge, she'll be all set. But anyway, it is time for our Blind Spots Story of the Week. When news topics go unnoticed, are underreported, or otherwise fall off the radar, they land in our blind spot. And this week, we're talking about long-term relationships. Yes, people that keep their cars for a very long time.
That's commitment.
I know it. You know,
I do that.
it used to be years ago, you'd hit 100,000 miles, and that was it. Your car was pretty much done. The cost to keep it going, repairs, even if you use Advance, would be much too expensive to justify keeping to drive that car. But today, modern vehicles are so well built, so well engineered, that 200,000 is not a problem. 300,000, 400,000, 1 million miles some people have on their cars without engine rebuilds, for instance, not an issue. And it's an overall trend. You know, the average age of cars on the roads in the U.S. today, more than 11 years, the highest it's ever been. You can thank the Grand Recession for that, I think. So we tagged this article from the New York Times talking about this issue. Thought it was interesting. You know, how long are you planning on keeping your cars, guys? Do you have a car, or have you had one that has an extremely high mileage?
My
Yes.
car has more miles than my truck, and my truck is 20 years old.
Oh, What are the mileages?
Well, the 91 S10 has 86,000 on it, and my 04 CTS has 87, going on 88.
88,000 miles an hour. Sorry.
Not quite.
That didn't make sense.
It's all right. They can't all land.
That just dropped with a thud.
Wow.
Or a kerplunk.
Or you dropped your newborn on
splash.
Ugh.
Anyway, what about you, Christian? Is the Beamer your first car? Bimmer, sorry.
No, it's not. It's my third car, and I've actually never owned a car with less than 170,000 miles on it.
Whoa.
You are a committed man. Then.
My first car I got with 180,000. It was a 1985 Volvo 240 DL wagon in Poop Brown.
85.
Yes.
Did you pay like $12 for it?
No, I paid a little bit more than that. But
14.
It was a solid vehicle. It got abused, but it ran a lot longer than it rightfully ought to have.
Yeah.
It died with about 240,000 miles on it. And then my first BMW was a 92 325 IS that I bought with 172,000 miles on it. And it got totaled after it had just ticked over the 200,000 mile mark. And my current vehicle I bought with about 170,000 miles on it, and it just rolled over 209,000 miles the other day.
So the first Beamer that you trashed, that was your first DUI, wasn't it? That's why I got totaled.
Yeah. It was all the marijuana I was smoking for the time.
Puff, puff, pass.
Exactly.
Oh, that's wow.
No, and it ran fine. I mean, there was nothing wrong with it. It just happened to get in an accident. And,
what was the mileage when it got smashed?
It had hit like 202,000 miles, I think.
Well, that's
somewhere in there.
Well, that's up there. 200K. That's
yeah. Well, I mean, my current car is almost at 210,000. So.
How does it have any symptoms, failures, or what?
I mean, it has maintenance here and there that needs to be done, like any car that's of a higher age, but nothing that makes me at all nervous to drive it or concerned that it might be looking at its demise.
No rear subframe rip out
Nope.
yet. That's good. That's great news. What year is your 330 Ci?
2001.
Okay. And Joel, have you had any cars that are higher mileage than the ones you've got right now?
No, the Cadillac is the longest I've ever had a car.
Okay.
Besides a truck.
And it's 88 S10. Jeez.
91.
91. 87 S10. Wow.
And what's your Cadillac?
04.
And 04 what?
CTS.
Ben, were you listening when he
No,
said it was a
certainly.
94? So, well, my focus.
94 CTS, huh?
Yeah. My Focus is the oldest car I've had. It just turned 10 years old this month, in fact. It's an 02. And had it it's got almost 157,000 on the clock. So
Look at that.
Nice.
yeah, catching up to you, Christian, sort of.
I know.
Got
I don't know that
along.
you'll catch me for sure, but you're getting close.
Next time, Gadget. Count over next time. Yeah. So what about the chat room? What have you guys had? I know you've put, looks like Scott in Cleveland had a 1990 Ford Probe GL, 240,000 on it.
Wow.
The highest I'm seeing so far is Luigi B. His brother has 160K on his '08 Altima.
Zero
Holy
issues.
Wait a minute. He put on 160K in 4 years?
That's absurd.
Is he just driving cross country back and forth in laps all year?
That's about the only way that makes sense to get that many miles, unless it's kilometers or something lame like that. Large mentally disabled, 11 years, 152K on his Grand Marquis. 24 years. He's in a Mustang for 24 years, 24 years, and he has 92,000 on it.
Wait, what about, wait a minute, Scott in Cleveland, he had a car for 240,000 miles.
Yeah.
1990 Ford Probe GL.
Wow. Probes can run, I guess. Yeah, I'm getting ready for a
1994.
timing belt replacement on mine. It's almost...
How many transmissions did that 1990 Ford go through?
Probably many.
Like
But
6?
that's a half baker's dozen. So, yeah, looks like modern cars are lasting longer. Ben, what about you? You've had quite a stable of vehicles in your lifetime.
The one that had the most miles was the Chevy S10. It was above 100,000. I think like over 150,000. I don't know. I can't even remember.
But you traded that little sweetheart in for a beauty, an Oldsmobile.
Oh, Oldsmobile 98. That's as good as they get,
You
folks.
put that seat
boy.
back,
Yeah.
lower that wheel down,
Mm-hmm.
velour seats.
Nice wide doors so I can get out in my wheelchair. It was good.
Did you get like the Dr. Leonard's medical catalog? They sell this little like Lazy Susan that goes on the seat so you can help you turn and get out. Did you have one of those?
Yep.
The old Oldsmobiles actually had swivel seats in them.
Did they really?
Oh, the
Yeah,
old Dodges
77.
did.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
That's
And I had the best feature was the power trunk.
the what?
The power
Power
trunk.
down?
So you would close it. It's not like it closed itself, but you would bring it to a point where it came
You'd
in
bring it to the
contact
brink, and then it
came in
would finish
contact with
itself
the latch, and then you would just walk away, and it would motor down. Wow, 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 wow.
So did the 82 Camaro, so you're in good company.
Wow.
Hot.
Didn't James May make a whole big stink about that feature?
Well, it's
Yeah.
kind of useless if you're closing it
That's
all
it.
the way. Why does
Hey,
it?
But you couldn't even do that in the Oldsmobile. You could not slam it closed.
It wouldn't let you.
No, you would just go, and it would bounce back if you tried to slam it closed.
Oh,
So
you had to
had-
allow
that
it to
won't be
engage,
you
and
you had to gently close it, and then it would take care of the rest.
The
I remember
latch
when I
finger
was
had to
15,
engage.
I worked at a grocery store, and I used to take groceries out for the old ladies. Don't slam my trunk.
You'll break it.
It'll do the rest. As in, like, you drive for 100 miles and your buddy's like, hey, let me drive, from here to across the street. That's about what the rest it's doing is.
Yep. So that is our
this week.
blind spot story of the week. If you have any high mileage stories, plunk them in the chat room. Plunk them in the comment section of this post on roundaboutshow.com. We would love to hear your roadway stories. But next up, Ben, I believe we are well overdue for a misty-eyed look at things from the past.
Oh.
When I go a motoring in my old jalopy,
Talking over your own
I think
sting.
of all our picnics, those Joes show us
Sloppy, but more than anything, I can't forget you. Here's another edition of Roundabout RearView
There you go.
and many
Different
more.
song, Ben.
Ben's
Oh.
got the neck vibrato. He's doing. All right. So Baja Busta,
Yes, sir.
Joel Ratz. You have a farm, as it were, of fresh, ripe videos, and you've hand selected just a private reserve of them to promo here on Roundabout to share with the class. We appreciate that ever so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
What have you got for us this week?
Well, I've got a couple, if not three, videos that some of you may have seen before. One is a 1987 Dodge Daytona promotional video.
Oh, this is 80s-tastic.
Have you seen it?
I'm watching it right now, and I
Yeah,
love the
it's
Danger Zone.
Danger Zone.
It's
It's,
an 80s catastrophe.
Oh, man, this is just...
It's like Top Gun or Top whatever.
They do these great double takes. Like, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah, I love it.
whoa!
Lift
like a
his
bad
glasses
kung
up,
fu
lifting his
movie.
glasses up.
And it keeps throughout the whole thing. If the Danger Zone music wasn't enough, you get this like sign throughout. Danger Zone. Just a reminder.
Like smash cut, seizure-inducing mess.
Look at his yellow socks. That's disturbing. Danger Zone.
Yeah. So, what are some of the highlights on this video, Joel?
you're looking at it.
The whole thing
If
is a
you're-
gem.
If you're not tickled by this, Ben, I don't know.
Fuel injected.
That's
What's
back
funny
when there
though,
was a
they
selling
actually
point.
touted the one of the base models as the Pacifica.
Yes.
Mm.
I didn't know that, and they put it up against better cars.
So, what was the Dodge Daytona? I know next to nothing about this other than it was front wheel drive. Was it a total
Okay, wait a
turd
minute.
or what?
Are we suddenly supposed to expect that this is a Starsky and Hutch car? Oh, front-wheel drive.
The Z. Yeah, it's a K-car based car, like everything was from Chrysler in the 80s.
And just a total crap box, huh?
Oh, man, look at this thing.
Look at that handling. That is a gas charge struts. You know, that is
Yeah.
a dampened
Seeing
suspension.
editing here that they have going on.
Oh yeah, the cut and the this
Yeah.
guy's
Yeah.
scooch.
I'm not even seizure prone, and I'm about to have one.
I
Why?
know.
Oh, off-roading.
Off in the sand.
So if our audio listeners want to check out this awesome video, and they really should, where can they find it? Where's it going to be posted conveniently next week for them to easily track down and watch at their leisure?
Well, it's currently posted up at testdrivejunkie.com.
Never heard of it.
It's new.
It's new.
If you haven't seen it, it's new to you.
But
Suddenly we're watching
right.
Friday the 13th all of a sudden in this video.
Danger Zone.
That girl's a hottie,
Whoa.
Christian. God, don't
She goes into
badmouth
this.
her.
She goes
She's
into
like
this
50
house
now,
like
Ben.
Yeah, following the guy in the trench coat.
What's in here?
This is the weirdest video ever.
That's the serial rapist she's going to.
Suddenly we're in Key West. Look at that.
Where in the world is?
Yeah. So this is posted
man.
currently testdrivejunkie.com, but we will also link to this on our website roundaboutshow.com, so you can easily find it there as well. But Joel, you've got a couple other videos as well that you've dug up from your archives.
Right.
What
Well,
else?
one I recently posted is Tim Allen touting a 1990 celebrity station wagon Eurosport.
Ooh, don't mind if I do.
That's a fun one. Whoa.
What's a wagon for? A lot more than most people think.
Is that
It's a
Tim
celebrity
Allen's voice?
wagon
Sound like
for
Tim
looking
Allen.
Good. It's amazing what you can
Can't
do.
hear Baja
There's some
Buster.
red stripes here, a little blackout treatment there, and a little vroom under the hood, like 3.1 liters of multi-port muscle. What's a wagon for? A wagon's for going places. Like
Wagons for carrying dead hookers. That's what he should be saying. I'll tell you what.
At some point in this video, does he go or whatever it was he used to do?
More power.
More power. No, sorry, not gonna get it.
Al Borland.
So
That's right, Ben.
basically,
Celebrity Eurosport station wagon, or an Avant if you're in Europe.
Yeah. Funny, I learned to drive in one.
You drove one of those, huh?
That's my mom had the two-door version. Two-tone brown, mind you.
So brown and browner then.
Yeah, exactly. Brown and more brown.
God, cars are so ugly back then. Why?
Yeah, but if it's a celebrity wagon, it's gonna move those.
Oh, look at the kids. Oh, the dog coming out of the back.
Got wood.
Groceries, tackle box, firewood, pets, boats. Look at everything fits back there. This is crazy golf club bricks.
So many kids. Where do all these kids come from?
Warren Jeffs. He was from. All of his teenage brides had them.
So, is
Look
that
at
one
all
of the
that-
ones? Yeah, is that a title candidate? Warren Jeffs.
There you go. Write it down, Ben.
Yeah.
Oh, that's back when Chevy was the heartbeat of America.
That's today's Chevrolet.
Of 25 years ago. Wow. That's good.
Man.
That's hilarious.
that's an oldie but a goodie.
All right. And
Oh.
you've got one more to share, I understand. This might be
Yeah.
this is the creme brulee, is it?
Perhaps. I mean, this did come off of one of these fine laserdiscs you see back here. So, it is a 1982, not a 5. I put 5 in there. It's a 1982 Cadillac Cimarron dealer promotional video that touts its buffed bumpers, extra buffed bumpers, and other fine attributes that made the Cimarron so much better than the other 4J body cars that were produced at the same
Does
time.
anybody else notice that the opening sequence of this car driving, the way the reflection on the hood looks like, it looks like every other Cimarron that's still in existence with the paint peeling off?
1982 Cimarron DeVille in Seville.
Peeling
Well,
paint right off the line.
Yeah, it does actually. Look at that.
It's a feature, Chris.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like every, Section 8 special that just...
So what were some of the Cadillac, the Cimarron, was that based on the J body, if I remember, the Cavalier architecture? Or am I
Yes.
off base?
Yeah, it was the Cavalier. The before it was the Sunbird, it was known as the J2000.
Something
Something like-
horrible.
the Forenza by Oldsmobile and the Buick Skyhawk.
Skyhawk.
Caw. Where's Colin Boyd when you need him? God, those were horrible cars. Oh.
She's a beaut, isn't she?
Look, it's got those clean Continental lines, you know? There's no muss, no fuss there.
Yeah, there's certainly none of that.
It's just functional luxury.
Let's just indulge in the audio of this for a moment. Night piercing, Craig.
Holy crap, that's huge.
You might get
legal.
cut.
Just like that hooker's torso.
No, you pierced it with a knife.
Yes.
Anyway.
I'm going to turn up the radio.
With tungsten.
AM, FM stereo cassette.
Triple.
Similar attention has been given to this high luster exterior paint, where the depth of its durable beauty is also brought out by...
Enjoy it now, because
Why
it
is
won't be
there
there
only-
long.
The video,
Say
there's only the
durable,
crest.
durable for as long as the warranty lasts.
There was no wreath to go with the crest. Why? Did GM forget to put your wreath on there? The wreath on there?
What? Oh.
Oh, that. Another Craig joke.
No, there was no wreath with the crest. Distressed.
What is he talking about? Anybody know?
He wanted an excuse to
No.
almost
On
say
the grill, there's no wreath with the crest. Look. It's just the
Oh.
crest.
Really?
This is
Oh.
bullshit.
Maybe
Mark
that
it,
was a
Ben.
pre-production model.
Maybe the crest just fell off. Let's be honest.
That's,
Benefit of the
that's that
doubt.
durable construction that they're touting.
So, okay, let's play a little role-playing game here. Christian, I want you to pretend you're a car salesman in 1982 at a Cadillac dealer, and you're trying to sell this Cimarron to Mr. Ratz. He's a little skeptical of the car. Start.
Well, Mr. Ratz, this car has fantastic high luster... I'm sorry, I can't even say that with a straight face.
You got to watch the whole video. That's requirement.
Oh.
That's what they make the salesmen do. And the
I'm
ladies.
sorry, I didn't catch all the video on the audio show, so I didn't know.
Burn. All right, okay. This may
What's
be
funny
a
though, I
challenge.
don't know if you saw the second link I gave you, Ben, that I was chatting with a fella on GM Inside News, and he saw this post that I did of this particular car, and he actually was a new designer for GM in 1982, and he was put on that program, and he shared the sketches he did from 1982. I don't know if you want to show that.
Well,
but,
you know what? Actually,
we can't.
I can't because it's making me log in, and I don't have
Yeah,
a
I wondered
login.
what was going on there.
Ben is done logged out today.
But you know what? If you
Jump break.
drag the
send JPEG.
if you drag the picture into the Google Doc, it'll actually appear.
Oh,
You can just drag it right from the.
Dragon dump.
But yeah, so that's where this video came from. Is a training video. This is what the dealers watched. In other words,
correct.
so it is.
Well, and hey, at
quite
least you get that very stylish trunk rack.
Ooh. You've got room for your luggage. If there's not enough in the trunk, then you can strap your
You
stuff
can
to the
stack it
outside
up
of the
trunk
car,
like a 30s Depression era.
migrant
refugee.
family. Yeah,
as one does.
to each their own. So are those photos in there yet? No, they are not.
I'm working on it. I just heard I live by the Boeing plant, and I just heard a big plane go by. So
Oh, that's awesome.
That is pretty cool.
787.
a big one.
Have you
I don't know
seen
what it
one?
was. I couldn't see it.
They tend to be big at Boeing.
Maybe I'm having issues here trying to get that photograph.
Well,
to
we'll
work.
we can get it after the show, and we'll put it in
Sure.
the post then.
Sure.
You've made Ben sad.
That happened.
A lot of things happen.
These 3 videos are but a minute taste of the vast library you have assembled.
Yes.
Where can people
That is
find
a
more?
statement.
If this snack has turned them on and they want a whole meal, where do they go?
They go to www.testdrivejunkie.com.
Sounds like a plan. Well, thank you for finding those.
www.testdrivestoner.com.
Thank you, Christian. Thank you. Anyway,
Yeah,
moving.
it's not giving me the. It says this website's unavailable. You got to check into that.
TestDriveStoner.com.
Yeah, doesn't say it's up. You got a problem over there.
Maybe they've exceeded their bandwidth. Anyway, moving along, last segment of the week, we've got a tip of the week.
My ramen noodles are done. Excuse me.
It's with a side of diabetes.
Did you bring some for everybody, Ben?
You can make your own. Just get some cardboard and salt water, and mostly salt.
That sounds about right.
Roundabout right.
Mine have freeze-dried peas and corn, so I got my vegetable course.
It's all in one meal.
As well as brine shrimp, reconstituted.
Brent, and I got to say, you're way too good at that voice for it to be...
It's legit.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just have to switch to the Truman Capote.
I can't decide whether that's awesome or horrifying.
It's the latter. It is. You just
Certainly the latter.
That was what I was leaning towards, but...
I can't even finish a cup of soup. It's so much. But anyway.
We've lost Christian, I think.
This cup is just too much effort.
Oh, my goodness. Anyway, we have.
I know it's Truman Capote, but I keep picturing Droopy Dog.
Ben, can we? It's an effeminate Droopy Dog. Can we get some Droopy?
Droopy Dog is more like this. He rather enjoys ramen noodles, but sometimes you take it out of the microwave too soon and you burn yourself.
All right, here's the next show title candidate. Droopy Capote.
There we go, Droopy Capote. Okay.
Or
Craig.
sometimes you take it out of the.
I think that's quite long.
Not gonna happen. .com.
So, what do we have next? We've got a tip of the week that will be useful for our audience.
Traffic sucks.
Yes.
Doesn't it though?
It certainly does, Craig. What can we do about traffic?
Well, contrary to popular belief, traffic actually travels in waves.
What?
Yes, it does. It is a scientific fact, apparently, that individual cars act like a large water molecule, and as such,
I like to be different. I like to run away from the herd.
I know you do. That's why you drive on the shoulder, aka the passing lane. Anyway,
Yes.
Cars
Puff,
travel
puff,
like
pass.
waves. What's that, Christian?
I said puff, puff, pass.
Yes.
So cars travel like waves. You'll get kind of like a rubber band effect almost. Cars in front of you will accelerate. There's a delay. Then you'll catch up, and then everything will stop again. Very frustrating. Stop and go. Stop and go. Have you ever driven in traffic, Joel?
Twice.
In your 35 years of motoring, or however old you are, have you ever experienced traffic? Other people.
Well, when I used to work, I used to carpool. So yes, I experienced high levels of traffic on a regular basis. That's twice a day.
Wow.
So, Craig, what is a traffic wave?
I just did the gesture with my arm, Ben.
That is really effective on audio, as Christian, I'm sure, was about to point out.
Redo it into the mic.
What are you? Is there a hurricane there all of a sudden?
Yeah, that's more like a traffic hurricane.
Are you reporting from a monsoon? What's happening?
It's Morse code.
Help me. So traffic travels in a wave. And
so I've heard.
There's Ben, if you'd let me finish. Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish?
Please do.
All right. Traffic travels in a wave. So an article here coming to us from drivesteady.com, after having marijuana apparently to stop your tremors, drivesteady.com. They're advocating you have to, as a motorist, you have to resist the temptation. When that road starts to open up in front of you, you have to hang back a little bit, is what they're telling you. I know that goes contrary to what everyone is feeling. You see that gap, you want to hit that accelerator and drive to the horizon.
You're darn tootin'.
I know. I'd be shooting my guns in the air if I had them here. But
Yeehaw!
Pachoo, pachoo.
You got to resist the urge to go, because that is what screws up the system. You need that space. What's that?
It's like an accordion. People like an accordion. The traffic, the effect that you cause by speeding up, it affects people miles down the road.
Please, does. God, tell me we have a sound effect to go with that.
Buzz that shit. Yeah.
That'll work.
Good call, Ben.
Insert first thing Ben can
sound,
hit here.
But...
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know.
Oh, Father.
We'll fix it in post.
So anyway, as I was saying, You have to resist the urge to accelerate and close that gap because you need that buffer room to stabilize the flow of traffic and prevent further backups for people behind you. Because, sometimes traffic will just randomly slow down or even stop for no reason. There's not an accident, there's not a lane that ends or something. It'll just stop, and it's like, what the hell's going on?
It's kind of like RoundAbout.
Yes, exactly. We have the RoundAbout wave. So
when Craig's ramen is done, he just gets up from the microphone and doesn't talk.
Just
for 5
ignores.
minutes.
Yeah,
we say worthwhile things in fits and spurts.
So what they're advocating again: resist the urge to accelerate and race, and also let people in. Be kind to your fellow motorists. You'll get some karma. So, words of wisdom from the open road.
That's your tip of the week.
Can we have the ding again, Ben?
Sure.
Thank you. So,
more ramen.
There we go. We hope you heed our advice.
And with that,
I know I sure will. And with that, we have reached the denouement of today's program. And we do thank all of you out there in the chat room for listening, but we've got to thank our participants, starting with Christian Conover.
Right here.
What are you doing? What are you feeling, girl?
What?
And
sound drop.
He's confused.
Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about. What's going on?
We're doing the plugs.
Oh, I thought there was something else that was happening.
No, we skipped it.
Well,
Time flies when you're...
Totally broke the backroom editing fourth wall thing, but oh well. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, Roundel Table, which is the primary thing that we work on, is currently in the off season. As Craig said, like Mad Men, we're just taking a little break.
It's in workshop right now.
Yeah, exactly. We're
they're roundaboutifying it.
Yeah, something like that. And so we're reworking it and gonna hopefully. We don't know exactly when it's coming back yet, but it will be soon. And at the very least, the announcement of when it will be coming back will be soon.
But can you at least tell us when it's coming back?
Soon.
Ooh.
Soon.
Yes, that word.
Meaning not later.
So we'll be bringing that back soon, and like I said, different format. Going to try to shake it up a little bit and make it more exciting and
like a Polaroid picture.
Different things going on from week to week, and so yeah, wheelspin.tv if you're curious.
Okay. Well, we do appreciate your help, Christian, coming on the program, putting up with our insanity.
Always good to be here, good buddy.
Thank you kindly. Now I got room on the front seat for my 30-pack of nail lights. Anyway, Joel Ratz, formerly Baja Busta.
Like I said, fits and spurts.
We're so schizophrenic.
Get the weed out. Might be able to take care of that. Oh, that's glaucoma. Never mind.
And anorexia. Joel Ratz.
That is I. Yes.
You've made it through the program.
Yeah, great time.
I hope
I enjoy watching. I enjoy participating.
Well, good. We're glad you could make it and share your wealth of video products.
He's just glad he survived. Who's he kidding?
He's made it through the gauntlet. He really has.
Now, how the hell can he get out of here as quickly as possible is his next thought, I think.
He can get out of here by telling us his website and plugging it.
Oh, well, again, it's testdrivejunkie.com, or also follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/testdrivejunkie or Baja Busta. I still have that page open.
I'm thinking this show has maybe given us a good lesson that you might want to go out and buy the other ones like Test Drive Vagrant and Test Drive Hobo. And
Hobo, yeah.
Well, Mud Monster got Hobo already.
Hasn't gotten to it yet.
Because that could cause a lot of confusion. You don't want to lose potential traffic to the other unemployed monikers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So testdrivejunkie.com. You still have a YouTube channel. I know you had a bit of a kerfuffle there with.
Yeah, actually, I wasn't sure if we were gonna get to that or not, but yeah, they took my page down based on copyright infringement, solely on the 60s and 70s car and track videos with Mr. Bud Lindemann. I don't know if you ever saw any of those.
No, but his name is awesome.
The funny part is those videos were supplied to me by our own Miradart. Those were his videos that he sent them to me.
Bad Miradart, bad.
That's not his fault. Not his fault.
Well, we're gonna blame him anyway.
Yeah, blame it on him anyway. He's not here.
Dave. It's all your fault, Dave.
Large
Just
mentally disabled says YouTube sucks now because you
It
were
does.
just a cornucopia
Yeah,
of.
YouTube is really annoying.
Their format is awful. It literally is a rat's nest.
Well, plus just they're so heavy-handed with the copyright stuff.
Yeah.
There are no rights on there. It's guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, and
Oh.
it takes a lot to prove that innocence.
Exactly. It's bull roar.
It is, exactly.
So much of it.
Yeah, I know. But Joel, we thank you for being a fan. We thank you for coming on the show, and we wish you the best
Thank
of luck
you.
with the Test Drive
Yeah.
Junkie and the formerly Baja Bus and all those videos you've got. We hope you didn't lose any, when they pulled your stuff down. But
No, I have everything.
oh, good.
I have everything. Thank you.
That should be in the Library of Congress, if you ask me.
Sure.
But apparently not
Noble.
YouTube.
In the Smithsonian. Anyway, Benjamin Sanders, the technical end of things is your milieu.
Oh yeah.
It is. And,
Joel Fetter, what do you know?
from Accelerate Portland now. He had to change the website since he is no longer in Minneapolis. Tis a shame.
Can he
That's right.
abbreviate it in a crazy way like he did with his other one?
Nipples?
Yes.
No.
Pertaloon.
Portland.
Pertaloon.
Oh, it's a
Portland.
different place.
Portlandia. Anyway, Ben, thank you for your help doing this stuff over here.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Anyway, and I believe that is a
Wait,
show.
I thought Truman Capote was running the board.
He steps out.
That's right. I'm the director, but Ben's a TD. So
TD.
And an STD.
technical director, Craig. I think you'd know that since you're in broadcasting, but I never get anything over on you.
That's the first time Christian's ever laughed.
What are you talking about?
Christian's frozen, I think.
Nope, certainly is.
Oh, there you go. He just doesn't move very much.
Quite lethargic.
So-
Massive microphones to follow me around every time I move, so I tend to refrain from doing that.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like my grand aunt
I think
Milda, she was constrained to a bed for the greater part of 4 years before she eventually passed. It was all very sad.
Were you
I think Truman
melancholy?
Capote used to be a regular on this show.
I think
I
he
concur.
already is. But the great thing, we have to bring it back to cars. So I inherited her Oldsmobile with the swivel seat and the motorized trunk that used to go wow, 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 wow when it would go down.
Like a Camaro, right?
Just like the Camaro. But the Camaro just, I
Wait,
don't
I'm sorry,
know.
what was the noise that it made?
It went to wow, 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 wow.
Oh.
So, there we go.
my face hurts, Ben. Thanks.
Yep.
Oh,
Close this B out.
oh my God.
All right. Well, thank you, Truman.
So welcome.
That's enough out of you. Remember, you can watch Roundabout Live every Friday evening starting at about 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 3:30 on the West Coast. And you can do the math for the other time zones, particularly if you're in the Philippines. And don't forget to check out the rest of the Autoline family of fine programs, including Autoline This Week, Autoline After Hours, and, of course, Autoline Daily.
And
Right,
Autoline
Ben?
next week,
That's
just to round it out.
An Autoline, yes. We are on the social networks. If you want to get involved, please do. Twitter.com/Roundabout Show. You can get our latest tweets there. Plus, Facebook.com/Roundabout Show for all kinds of updates and fan interactions. We love to hear what you have to say, like the prolific Zachary Levine, posting many a post up onto the posts on the wall of the post
think that's how
for
you say it.
page. Please subscribe. We are on iTunes or the Zune Marketplace. And if you use iTunes, we encourage you to write a brief review. Give us a star rating and give us, a sentence or two if you feel like it about what you think about the show. We do appreciate that, and that'll help push us higher make us more visible.
Higher and higher, higher.
Anyway,
With
thanks.
tremors.
You know,
Thanks to
my
all-
love.
Go ahead.
Thanks to all of you out there listening. Please join us again next week as we avoid Truman Capote. We'll talk to you then.
And we're done.
So, audience, chat room, we got about a minute, hour and 4, so that's pretty darn good. Chat room, do you prefer Droopy Dog or Truman Capote. Ben, give us a one-sentence sample of each at your leisure,
The same
please.
sentence, too. You got to make it the same
Yes.
sentence.
Okay. And Scott, well, here's some comments before you even ask that. AM2, he's our friend in the Philippines. He says Truman C is droopy light.
He's a
That
left
sounds like
hander.
a problem.
And Scott in Cleveland says Truman is taking it to the max. I believe Truman would be
Taking it to the max. Do 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 do.
Large mentally disabled said he's been laughing his ass off all night. Well, good. We're glad to hear it.
That is the goal.
That
All
is
right.
indeed the
So,
goal.
what sentence should I say? Something about ramen noodles, perhaps?
Well, you already
Yes.
did that.
Okay.
Chat room, give us a sentence for Ben to say in his two voices so that you can vote on which one is better, okay?
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame.
That's pretty good. Zach says he has no vote. Is he not? He's either not old enough or he's a woman because they can't vote. Or is that not the case any longer? I'll stop talking.
No, Jimmy Stewart. That is.
No, he's 19. He says he'll remain neutral, although he's like a quarter of the chat room that can legitimately vote.
Maybe Swiss.
Large mentally disabled says I should say the cheese is old and moldy.
Yes.
All right.
Go with that.
The
Go.
cheese is old.
Run with that shit.
and
So that was Ben
moldy.
saying it.
That was Ben saying it.
From under cheese.
And here is Droopy Dog.
The cheese is old and moldy. Oh.
He's disappointed about that. And Truman is just he's just commenting.
Matter of fact about it, right?
The cheese is old and moldy. Why would I want that?
There's a
I
little
vote
extra
Truman.
embellishment there, right? A flourish.
Yeah.
I vote
Tru-
Truman.
Truman Capote always, he would pause and kind of think to himself.
Sounds like he's trying to clear some constipation.
He's gonna rub it out.
Wow. Well, Luke votes for
my
Truman
God.
Capote.
Large mentally disabled says Droopy for president.
I say Droopy Dog, too. I like Droopy, but that's just me. Truman.
I have no problem.
Scott in Cleveland says Truman. Luigi B votes for Truman.
I vote for singing Truman.
Let's hear a song. What's a good ditty for Truman to sing?
When I go and motoring in my old jalopy, it was such a good car. I think of all our picnics. Those Joes sure were sloppy, and you know what I mean by sloppy.
Oh.
But more than anything, I can't forget you. Here's another edition of RoundAbout RearView.
Oh, my God.
Lord.
Be man.
Zatch L. I don't know that
Zatch L.
song. Kyle's mom is a big. I think I've heard it, but I.
It's a South Park song.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's old.
Yeah.
He is him. Is he not? Is he 19 or like 30? I can't tell. Reference. What about Droopy Dog singing the Roundabout Rearview Band? Let's be equal opportunity.
Okay.
True.
Sing the heartbeat of America.
Heartbeat of America,
That's
Or Like a Rock.
like a rock.
You know what that sounds like.
So just like Bob Seger. Just like Bob Seger.
Luke says, "Mark that." What were we gonna have? Oh, Droopy Dog was gonna sing "When I Go Motoring."
Yes.
right.
When I go motoring in my old jalopy, I think of all our picnics. Those Joes sure were sloppy. But more than anything, I can't forget you. Here's another episode of Roundabout Review.
Craig is just losing it.
That's hilarious. And then you do this. You guys couldn't see him in the chat.
That's the thing. I was trying to see the live stream to see if there was a shot of Ben, but there's nothing.
Okay, I'll reenact what Ben was doing. He was getting to the end, and he starts for that vibrato-esque part. He starts to bounce like this.
Edition of Roundabout Review.
He starts doing this little, getting all loose, warming up before highlight or something. I don't know, whatever he does. Large mentally disabled says, "Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
Thank you."
As in, thank you. That's enough.
And this is why he loves the show, he says. And I'm glad we could supply that to him.
So Scott says he likes to split his vote. He says he votes singing Droopy, talking Truman.
Are they going to have a conversation? Let's see if the two had a conversation. They met on the street corner.
That'd be hard to do.
I think they can pull it off. They are two different people after all.
Naturally. So, okay. Truman Capote.
Mm-hmm.
They're in Manhattan, the Lower West Side. He just came out of a flower shop. He's carrying a dozen petunias.
Okay.
He crosses Droopy Dog, who bumps into him. What does the conversation consist of?
What is Droopy on his way to do?
I don't know.
Say again, Christian?
Droopy is miffed about it.
He's miffed about bumping into. He's always quite miffed. But what was he doing on the street in the first place? I'm a method actor. I'm sorry, but
he was out for a walk.
He's strolling as one does, as a dog does,
looking for a tree or a fire hydrant, whatever suits him.
But he's a personified dog. So does he really need to use these facilities?
Brian on Family Guy is a personified dog, but he still chases his tail and. All that
I'm a dog. You're a dog. Let's get together and do dog things.
Okay, Ben, you have the floor.
And scene.
These petunias. I don't know. They were my second choice, of course. I find them far too. Oh, what's the word for you? Oh, you stepped on my toe. Well, what were you doing there? I'm out for a nice stroll, hoping to get a hot dog somewhere along the way, and here you come ruining everything. I hardly can say that I ruined everything. Here I was with my nice flowers. These are my favorite kind, and then you step in front of me. You step on my toe. It's the one with bursitis. I know I'm not even going to be able to go to sleep tonight. Now you tell me who had a ruined day. Well, now all I'll do is be looking around every corner where I'm going to run into someone. Well, I can understand how that would give you, a little bit of distress, but...
No.
Then Droopy farts.
I think that's enough.
I think that's a sign that the chat room has heard enough.
I think they're leaving en masse here.
I must say that was a little challenging.
We should do post-show have an improv theatre.
A theatre program?
A theatre program.
Roundabout Theater. Theater in the Roundabout
is proud to present. What are they presenting? Something. Okay.
Pygmalion has performed.
Show title.
Oh, show title. That's true. Let's translates to Christian's Got Plans on a Friday night.
Imagine that, going out to socialize.
But lucky him.
Try it. It's fun.
You going to go see McLewis?
So no, he lives far too far. I mean, I know that for you Midwestern folks, 4 hours is like your daily commute. But
well, it's your daily commute too with all the traffic, isn't it?
No, not where I actually don't have any traffic on the way to work.
So it's just pedal to the metal in the Bimmer.
Pretty much, actually. Get one of my favorite driving roads all the way to work.
Where do you live, Christian?
Annapolis, Maryland.
Gotcha.
What oil change interval do you run in the Bimmer?
About 5,000 miles.
Okay. Mobile one?
Yep.
Good choice. Sorry, Ben.
Excuse me, gentlemen, but I think it's time to pick a title for the podcast. First one, I've never seen them. It. In reference to the Amish. I think that's maybe a little bit too inside baseball, doesn't it? But Then we've got Droopy Capote. I'm not sure what that refers to. But then we've got sometimes you take it out of the microwave too soon and you burn yourself, and then you gotta go to the hospital, and this title's far too long. I'm afraid. There.
Speaking of far too long.
Yeah. And then we've got Puff Pass. or the more automotive appropriate Drive Pass, because we're talking about like traffic waves.
I'll screw that normally. Just Puff Pass.
What all you think? Chat room, is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Which ones you vote for? Do you have any suggestions of yourself? If you want to.
Apparently, we need to hear from Pepperidge Farm guy.
What is the Pepperidge Farm guy? I don't understand.
I think Rich.
Apparently, it's one of your characters. So.
Actually, I do think we have the Pepperidge Farm guy.
I think Pepperidge Farm guy and Truman Capote should have a conversation.
Well, it's Rich. It's Mr. Roab, Mr. Stewart, who does Pepperidge Farm guy. But he used to do it in commercials for us.
Sorry, saying an impersonation does an impersonation? What is this, Inception? What's happening?
Kinda. What was his best one? What was
which one was it? I don't remember. I don't know who Pepperidge Farm guy is.
The Family Guy Pepperidge Farm guy?
Let's see. So, I guess safety stench air fresheners was one.
It's just a New England accent, isn't it?
Yeah, but the same as the Pepperidge Farm guy.
Yeah, well.
Safety skid brakes.
We did that one.
No, we did safety.
Wipers.
Safety
skid.
Did you hear that? It's the comforting sound of my safety skid brakes with patent-pending safety squeal technology. During dangerous panic maneuvers, safety squeal warns other motorists and innocent bystanders to brace for impact. When the wheels lock up, you know they're stopping with maximum power, and the violent pedal pulsation lets you know they're working. Think of it as a soothing massage for your tootsies. Remember, you can stop on a dime or you can do it for less with safety skid brakes. Watch out, kids, I'm coming through!
So, brake pads that cause...
That sounded dangerous, Chris.
It's not a safety skid. Because, you see, you want... those brake pads lock up for maximum stopping power.
And maximum stopping distance. Can't get any better.
They also have a violent pedal pulsation that actually massages your toes as you drive. For your bursitis.
Break your toes? Yeah. They sound pretty cheap.
Zach L. says, I remember having to listen to these when going through every single previous episode of RoundAbout.
I remember having to listen to these. Well.
He didn't like having his car
program.
title. Yes,
How about
title, guys.
Cimarron Challenge.
Hey.
Cimarron Challenge?
You know, like the Cinnamon Challenge? That's
Cimarron.
so popular with them kids these days.
Oh, yeah. That's not bad. Not bad.
It could just be Cimarron.
Simmer now.
Simmer.
Simmer down now.
Cimarron now.
Cimmering. Zach suggests simmering.
Simmering.
That's funny.
I vote either Puff Puff Pass or the Capote.
Droopy Capote. What would we do for episode art though for Droopy Capote?
Truman.
Just put Truman Capote's head on Droopy's body, or give Truman Capote the Droopy jowls.
Oh. Cimarron challenge. Simmer on down. Luigi B says.
Simmer on down.
Simmer on down now.
Yeah, that's also
Simmer on down to Danger Zone.
Simmer on down now could be funny.
Yes, that's a good one actually. Although I do like I've never seen them.
I don't think it works as well.
Yeah, it doesn't convey anything
relevant.
Yeah,
Simmer on down now.
Kind of like Simmer on down now.
Yeah, I'm in favor of that one.
Yes.
Simmer on down to the Danger Zone.
Simmering in a Jeep Compass. That's funny.
Crispy Compass.
Crispy Compass.
Yeah, I vote Cimarron down now. That's good.
All right, Cimarron down now.
Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. And we got to thank Zach for that.
Thank you, Zach. Was he the one that suggested that?
I believe he was.
Well, then.
He's getting credit for it, if not.
Luigi B did.
Oh.
I would never give credit where it's not due, Craig. That's just rude.
Like getting people's websites wrong?
As you often do.
From Test Drive, Vagrant.
Hobo.
Hobo.
Donor.
Did you know there's a whole hobo code? Look it up on Wikipedia.
Did you know?
It's true.
That's their website's terms of service. Didn't you know?
I wrote a screenplay about the Hobo Chosen One when I was in high school with my best friend.
Who he murdered.
It was
Where do you get these ideas?
It was.
Where do you get these ideas?
I don't know. I do not know. But yeah. Well, we won't go any farther than that.
Okay.
Sima Dan Na. That was a good skit. I quite liked that skit.
So
there we go. Thank you, guys.
thank you.
I guess I'll
As always.
I guess we will let you go.
Very well.
Well then.
I suppose we've done everything we need to do. So, chat room, I'll go down since Craig is otherwise occupied.
He's had some
Where
issues
does
tonight.
he go every time he does this?
Well, this time he went.
Puff, puff, pass, Christian.
Right. Woosah.
Right now he's going pass.
Like the brakes.
Oh, that was.
And there you go. So we're losing chatters by the moment. So I have to thank Luke, who is the first chatter of the day. And then we've got AM2. And I believe AM2, what time is it now in the Philippines?
2 hours after he started.
Oh,
4:35 in the a.m.
in the AM. I think right now it's like 8 now, right?
8 a.m.
In the AM.
Yeah,
AM
in the
too.
a.m.
In the AM.
Like a radio show.
8:12 a.m. And is 8:12 p.m. here, AM2. So that's...
Oh, that
12 hours.
That just
We
broke my
remember
mind.
He's like time travel. He's ahead of us a day.
That-
What's it like there?
What's it like then, you mean?
Does Obama get reelected?
Is it tomorrow yet?
I thought you guys were in Central Time.
No.
We're in Eastern, just like you,
Oh,
Christian.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
We're on the very
Oh,
edge,
I guess.
so that when it's dark by you, it's still a little sunny here.
Anyway, we've got Ben Sanders,
That's me.
and we've got Large Mentally Disabled. We've got Craig Cole. We've got formerly Baja Busta. We've got Luigi B. The B stands for large.
The B at the center for large, like
And
Bragman said
yes.
2 weeks ago.
And then we've got Scotty in Cleveland. He hasn't been, this is
Scott,
one of the first times he's been here.
I think so.
That's Craig usually says that. So
About Gorski C, but
Yeah.
he is not
And he's
here,
really
son of
not
a
here.
bitch.
Either of those things are true.
So when Gorski shows up, you'll then say, "Oh, we just saw you last week." And then we've got Zach L.
Formerly
He was-
one hates apple pie.
Formerly.
Formerly.
That's right. I did see that.
He's changed his stance on the baked good.
How does one not like apple pie? I mean, I'm as alternative as they get, but there's nothing like a little slice of pie.
Giggity.
Indeed.
Giggity.
Oh,
Oh,
he hates it though.
can't stop
It's-
doing it.
Maybe you should, especially
So there we
after the
go.
show's done. Yeah.
That is a broadcast, and now we bid you